What is up, Bills Mafia? We have 106 days to go till the Buffalo Bills win Super Bowl 57, and this channel is going to document every single day leading up to that amazing moment with a video. Well, we are less than 24 hours away from the Buffalo Bills taking on the Green Bay Packers. I'm jumping on a little late here. Got to get my video in for the day, even if it's a quick live stream dedicated to doing that every single day leading up to that amazing moment. Again, when we win the Super Bowl 57. Just wanted to get on and chat a little bit about the game coming up. Why am I on so late? Because I was busting butt, or I should say my good friend was busting butt, putting in a toilet, a vanity, working on my heat, getting my bar ready for its redo. Gonna have that thing ready to go. My downstairs basement bar ready to go for Super Bowl 57. It's gonna be epic. Cannot wait for that. But first things first, to make the wife happy, I had to put in a nice new vanity, nice new toilet upstairs to free up a little bit of, what would you call it? Honey capital, I guess you could call it. So I can do some of my own stuff, so I don't feel so guilty, and she's not so disgusted with her husband who's working on a downstairs bar for a Super Bowl when there's so many projects upstairs that need to get done. That's a whole other story. I'm sorry. I'm rambling. I'm really here to talk about the game. And it's not a ton to talk about. It's kind of boring almost. Because Buffalo is expected to blow this team out of the stadium tomorrow night. Green Bay Packers coming into town on a 3-game losing streak. They are looking like a team that has lost its way, despite the fact having Aaron Rodgers at the helm, who's not having a bad season, but he just doesn't have a supporting cast like he used to. Of course, losing Davante Adams was gigantic, and they never really brought anybody else in to compensate for the departure of Davante Adams, and so they're struggling big time. So where their points are going to come from tomorrow to be able to keep up with Buffalo's offense, I don't know. So we are, anticipating a double-digit win, and so is Vegas. Vegas has the Bills as an 11-point favorite right now, and for good reason. Buffalo is ascending. The Packers are descending. So it's going to be, probably a pretty... Well, it should be a pretty easy game for Buffalo, but of course that's when we all get in trouble, when we expect easy games, and of course so often when we should be winning by 30, we're only winning by maybe a touchdown or so, late in the second half, and those things happen. Definitely could happen. So I'm going to actually give you my prediction here in just a little bit. Not going to drag on too long here because there's not a ton to talk about other than Buffalo's dominance. Aaron Rodgers, though, has not had a bad season so far. He's got 11 touchdown passes and 3 interceptions, and that's definitely, solid quarterback play. He's had a lot of drops from his wide receivers. There was a massive drop in the Packers-Commanders game last week. It was really a game-changing drop, even though it was early in the game. And that stuff has just been happening too much for the Packers in the early going. So, yeah, and it was dropped by, who was the guy that dropped the pass? I forget who it was. I think it was their rookie, Romeo Dobbs. So as long as the Packers don't completely shoot themselves in the foot tomorrow, they might be able to hang for a little bit. I wouldn't be surprised if the game heading into second half is within 7 points. That wouldn't surprise me, but for that to happen, Buffalo's going to have to underperform in the first half. Otherwise, I could see it being one of those games like against the Titans where pretty much Josh Allen and most of the other starters were sat down in the third quarter. So that's what we're all anticipating. And what's kind of tough about that as a Bills fan, the new nature, the new and improved Bills fans, because of the success of the team, is the fact that we don't go into games like we used to, kind of crossing our fingers, hoping for a good performance. Like the suspense level has been significantly reduced along with the stress level. And now the only stress level comes when we should be blowing these teams out and we're not. And we're turning the ball over. And that is a different type of kind of frustration with this team, is when we know we got the better team and then they're out there and they're not performing. That's the only thing I could see happening tomorrow, is that we underperform and get frustrated. Because for us, winning tomorrow, as important as to get the win, isn't as important to us now than winning the game and winning convincingly. Because if we don't beat this team by double digits tomorrow, we'll start questioning, are the Bills as good as we think they are if they struggle against Green Bay tomorrow? Yeah, so that's what we're dealing with. I'm going to go through the injury report as of, I think, this afternoon. The Green Bay Packers look like they might be without David Bakatari. Not sure how to say his name. But also Rashawn Gary on the defensive side of the ball. He's questionable. They are also missing Shamar John Charles on the back end of the defense. He is out. And that's if you were losing any guys in the defensive backfield, that is going to be a problem against Josh Allen and the Bills. Other than that, we have Christian Watson, wide receiver. He's questionable, and they cannot afford any injuries along the offensive wide receiver position. Out for the Bills, Spencer Brown. That could be a problem because the Packers have a pass rush. Other than that, not much. Not much. This team is starting to get healthy, and that is going to get scary. Because if we have a healthy Buffalo Bills team, I was thinking the last two seasons, Buffalo started out slow and then really caught fire at the end. If that happens this season, where Buffalo starts out slow at 5-1, and then turns it around and just starts throttling teams even more than they are now, it's going to get scary. Scary fun, scary cool, scary good. So again, Aaron Rodgers struggling mostly because of the play of his wide receivers around him. They're struggling on offense. Buffalo is just top in both offense and defense. So, I don't know what to say other than we expect nothing short of a dominating performance from the Bills tomorrow. And as long as we don't turn the ball over, Buffalo should just absolutely be dominant. I guess the one way and the only way the Packers are going to probably have a shot tomorrow is if they can somehow, some way get the running game going, keep Josh Allen off the field, and that might make a difference. So that's it for me tonight. I am looking forward to tomorrow. Going to live stream the game. Going to have a lot of fun. Might try to get on a little bit early, do a little maybe a prediction video or something. And then it's game time, baby. It's game time. No more sinks to install tomorrow. It's all about the Buffalo Bills, Green Bay Packers. Looking forward to it. Cannot wait. It's going to be a great game. All right, little take there. See you tomorrow. See you tomorrow. See you tomorrow. And remember, make sure you check out the live stream tomorrow. Really would like to have you on board. And also have a prediction contest coming up. And that'll be fun too. Hope you can join me for that. All right. Take care.